Hi, I'm back again, and I will be doing the senses, and I think it has 6 parts. So I'll just be dividing it up into different kinds of parts. And senses basically our ability to perceive stimuli. That stimuli could be from hearing, touch, smell, etc. And it has a sensation that you kind of become aware of the stimuli received by sensory neurons. And then you have receptors, which are the nerve endings, which stimulate the action potential, which the action potential is about the nerves and the ATP and ADP. You got classifications, and you start out with senses. You got general, and then you got special senses, which are smell, taste, vision, hearing, and balance. And they put touch underneath the somatic, which you have touch, which is pressure, proprioception, which means the touch part, temperature, and pain. And then you have visceral, which means is more deep inside, which is pain and pressure. So somatic is more superficial than visceral is kind of deep. Somatic senses, provide information about body and the environment, whereas the visceral senses provide information about internal organs. And then you have special senses like smell, taste, sight, hearing, and balance. Hearing and balance kind of go together. You have mechanical receptors, chemoreceptors, and photoreceptors. Mechanical receptors detect movement. Chemo does like smell, taste. And photoreceptors are like light, like your eyes has photoreceptors in it. And then you have thermoreceptors, which detect temperature changes, which apply to your skin, and nociceptors detect pain. And you really need to know the word nociceptors because you'll hear it over and over in medicine. And it's about pain, and that's all it means. But and then you have types of touch receptors. You have Merkel's disc, hair follicle receptors, and Meissner corpuscles. Well, tactile sensations. Just know that there's 3 types, and what each one does. But it's not the biggest thing to know them specifically. And then you have Ruffini's corpuscles and Pansinian corpuscles. And these are just Ruffinian and corpuscle and Pansinian are just deeper. And you have deep tactile receptors, detect continuous pressure in the skin. Pansinias are deepest, and they are tendons and joints, detect deep pressure, vibration, and position. These receptors you probably will have to know for physical, if you're into the physical therapy program. They go really into depth into these touch receptors. And then kind of another diagram of this sensory receptors in the skin. Pain, remember, is nociceptors. It's an unpleasant perceptual emotional experience, and it can be localized or diffuse. It can be in a specific place, or it can be all over. Localized usually is described as sharp, pricking, cutting, and it has a rapid action potential. Diffuse is more burning, aching, slower action potentials. Pain control, local anesthesia is one of them. and that's just where they numb certain areas use a cane type of anesthesia like bupivacaine, lidocaine. Then there's general anesthesia where you have loss of consciousness and chemicals affect reticular formation. Referred pain originates in a region that is not a source of a pain stimulus. Say, one that's really common is that your gallbladder, it hurts, it's irritated, it's spasming. You'll feel it in that area, but also you'll feel it in the right shoulder. Also cardiac pain, if there's chest pain, and then there's referred pain to the back, to the shoulder, to the jaw. And felt when internal organs are damaged or inflamed. Sensory neurons have a superficial area, and the neurons of the source pain converge into the same ascending neurons of the spinal cord. So that's why you have referred pain. Areas of referred pain: your right shoulder, liver and gallbladder. Sometimes you'll have neck from your lungs and your diaphragm. You'll have kidney pain. So stomach pain you may feel in other parts of the body, other parts of the abdomen. So some are classic, like the liver and the gallbladder, the right shoulder pain. Olfaction is strictly about smell, and I will go on to part 2.